Hello, my name is Zach, and this is Magic the Gallery, a channel all about appreciating the beautiful and wonderful art of the Magic the Gathering card game. Ikoria previews finished up around April 10th, and so today I am going to discuss what I think are the top 5 white card arts of this set. Quick disclaimer, art is subjective, and while I am discussing my opinions, you are very much entitled to your own. I would love for you to disagree with my choices and to explain why in the comments. For art number 5, I have chosen Flourishing Fox, which is illustrated by Ilsa Gort. This card shows 2 tiny fox pups in a rocky den, with a larger fox standing protectively above them. There is also another fox, this time gigantic, standing in the background at the left of the composition. There is a really nice sense of scale in this image. The scene feels open and expansive, which emphasizes just how massive the largest fox is. This card shows the majesty of Ikoria, strong and enduring, yet caring and protective. The red crystals in the foreground help anchor the image to this new plane, but are not overdone. They are just there, an important part of life in Ikoria. The art of this card is also appropriate mechanically. As a 1/1 for 1, we start by casting the fox in the foreground of the image. The fox in the background shows our creature's potential, as we can stack up +1/+1 counters throughout the game. My next card is Pacifism by Kev Walker. In this image we see a large dinosaur, flopped over and staring glassily at a butterfly. This card is great. The creature was beautifully drawn, and I love the use of bright colours to highlight the focus of the image, being the butterfly, eyes, and magical particles. It is such a fun card to look at. We have this almighty beast, now rendered useless with a dopey expression and its tongue lolling out the side of its mouth. This is exactly what playing the card Pacifism can feel like when you enchant one of your opponent's creatures. Once again, the enormity of Ikoria is reflected in the image. Despite its current condition, the dinosaur in the composition feels powerful. It just clearly has better things to do than fight right now. For card number 3, I have chosen Fighters 1, which was illustrated by Brian Solar. This image is an amazing display of the connection between bonders and their companions, which is a core theme of this set. There is a central human figure, crouched in a battle-ready stance, with magic crackling between her hands, and right behind her is her bonded creature, a massive cat-clad monster. Once again, there are subtle crystals in the scene's terrain, placing the figures in Ikoria without shouting it out to the viewer. The human's garb matches the patterned fur of their companion, which is a trait of bonders, and also creates a feeling of unity within the artwork. I am a big fan of the cat's pose here. It has drawn its head right next to its human companion, and its left foreleg is almost coming round them protectively. They are ready to fight, and are ready to fight together. In second place, I have Swallow Whole by Svetlin Velinov. This is another card that really shows what Ikoria is as a place, and as a concept. Very big creature, eat tiny human. This image is so dynamic. The figure in the foreground is shown falling as they plummet into the open maw of a hungry cat beast. The background is almost entirely filled by the creature, and while we cannot see it clearly, it is unmistakably an Ikorian cat-clad monster. The figure's expression is locked in terror, and he is probably screaming, but I like to imagine that his scream is drowned out by the roar of the triumphant beast that is about to snack on him. There are sharp white lines that point inwards towards the center of the composition. They create implied movement away from the viewer and down towards the creature, the same direction that the central figure is falling. The lines are drawn thin, which implies a rapid motion and adds a feeling of urgency to the image, which makes it hard to look at this card as a moment frozen in time. Instead, I feel as though I am watching this man actively falling. I almost considered this image to be a tie for first place, but for the sake of simplicity, I am keeping it here at second. Which brings me to my final and favourite card, which is Blade Banish by Lai Setyawan. Now, I'm not that keen on the name of this card. Blade Banish? I don't know, but it just sounds kind of basic to me. I do really like the art though. This image is in the list not because of how well it represents Ikoria, but instead because I just think it looks really cool. We don't have a lot of cards with the Wanderer on them, and this one does not disappoint. Lai has created an amazingly engaging action shot, with the Wanderer slicing through a fearsome nightmare-clad creature. Despite being frozen in midair, the creature's torso still has a certain weight to it. You can sense how it will come crashing down in a dramatic fashion. The blinding flash where the Wanderer's blade has cut the creature stands out magnificently and grabs my attention. The arc of the blade then directs the viewer's gaze around the image to the Wanderer, who also stands out thanks to the brilliant blue and gold of her armor. Even down to the dust motes and debris that has been kicked up in the lower left corner of the composition, this image just has so much to look at and is so gripping. I originally had this image at number 2, but every time I looked through the cards I kept coming back to this one, putting it at the top. These are my top 5 white cards from Ikoria Lair of Behemoths. I hope you enjoyed and would love for you to discuss your favourites in the comments below. This is my first video on this channel, and I'm not entirely sure what direction things are going to take. If you have constructive feedback, I would love to hear it. That's all for this video. Stay safe and enjoy your games.